Hey guys, I am live. Believe it or not, I am live. Come on in. Please come on in. If you catch the replay, then I definitely want you guys to share this. Um, I'm straight off of the soul sabbatical, guys. So definitely, if you come in, I want to share some nuggets with you. I want you to definitely connect and follow us on social media because I am definitely going to be sharing just this testimony about sponsors, guys. Just something I have to drop on you for every person that has tried to put something together, every person that has tried to get sponsorships. You definitely want to follow me on social media because I'm definitely this week going to drop this crazy testimony about sponsorship for the soul sabbatical. It was amazing. And guys, I just want to let you know we have dropped the wait list. We don't quite know where we're going. All we know is that if God does what he did this year, you do not want to not be in the know. So we have a wait list. It's a VIP wait list. You can go right to our website, Jackie B. Grice. You can go to launchingdeeper.com and you can sign up for the VIP wait list for Soul Sabbatical 2027. Again, it's just signing up because you want the information first. You want to know that, yes, I see you. Yep. Oh, you gotta, you just talked to put in the chat the note about sponsorships. Yes, I am going to talk about this crazy revelation that God gave me about sponsorships. Can't really, you know what? I, I'm just gonna look. We're gonna just move into that, and I had actually prepared something else, but sometimes God will shift things. And the one thing that I did learn about this soul sabbatical is that being obedient to the move of God is so intentional. So I'm going to shift things a little bit. I was going to talk about capacity in building, but I make it into that next week because I do want to share a testimony and I want to shift thinking on sponsorships. And I want to talk about something called the mission and the method. So I tell people all the time is that a lot of times when we're asking God for something, when we're believing God to do something in our life and our business, um, with our purpose and our calling, we often want it to come, or in our mind, we envision it that it's going to come a certain way, right? We apply for a job, we're asking God, help me with my finances. So we're believing that God is going to do it a certain way. That's the method, right? And often when we look around in the world and we see that God has done it in other people's lives a certain way, we're expecting God to do that in our life that same way. But in this season of Noah's, in this season of building, God is saying, look, stay true to your mission, stay true to the thing that I've called you to. But don't stay stuck on the method, because if you expect it to come through the people that you expect it to come from, if you expect it to come from organizations that you expect it to come from, if you expect your breakthrough to come the way I've seen it done in other people's lives, or even the way God has done it in your life, he's saying, no, I'm disrupting that. I'm not doing things the same way. It's like what he said to Noah, I mean, to Moses. He said, yeah, Moses, I know you've been striking this rock to get water, but I'm calling you in a new season. So I want you to get water. That's the mission. That's what you're believing for. But the method is going to be different. And if we stay locked into the way God has done it before, or the way we've seen him do it in other people's lives, then we're going to miss the blessing. So, guys, I'm about to get straight up transparent talking about this whole sponsorship thing for the soul sabbatical. Now, We have, and I do not discount the people that came along with me. We did have some sponsors. Prevo came through with some help. I had Iris Nance from Farmers Insurance. I had Keela Kelly, realtor, that came along. I had Kevin and April Reed that came along with us. Lady Demetrio with these white robes that came along with us. But when I was putting this soul sabbatical together, I put this sponsorship package called um, Driven by Purpose. And I purposely went to all of the like car dealers that we deal with, that we've purchased 10 cars from for our business. I've went to the place where we like our bus place, the Prevo, who did come, and they, I don't discount what they did. The Ford dealers that we deal with from our from with our bus, with our mini buses. I went through who we have our sprinters with, Mercedes. So guys, I went through, I'm not going to call all the names because I'm not trying to throw people under the bus, but but really it's a testimony. I went to people that I knew we had aligned with for years. I went to organizations that we've partnered with, that we've spent millions of dollars with. And my belief was that all of this giving and sowing and sponsoring that we've done over 2 decades or more, that I was going to receive sponsorship for this soul sabbatical. This is the first time since we've been in business that I ever sought after sponsors. I, I've always been a sponsor, right? But I've never gone to organizations to fund anything that I believe that God had put in my heart. So for the first time, I said, okay, there's some things that I want to do for these ladies for the soul sabbatical. And I don't want to continue to raise the cost of it. So I am believing that these sponsors are going to come along with me. And so my mission was straight. I was straight on what I heard God say. But my method was that this was going to come through other people. And I will tell you, one after the other, I received emails that said no. Now, guys, you got to understand, some of these no's came from long standing relationships that, again, our company has spent tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars with. And they came back to me and said, no, we can't sponsor. We don't have the funds to do it. I will tell you, and a lot of these people, I knew them. We've built business relationships for over 2, 3 decades. And I will tell you, I really got in my feelings. I was really like, I will never do business with them again. I was hurt. I'm just being transparent. I felt like upset. I felt disappointed. And I really felt like, I don't understand it. I give all the time. I willingly, if I feel like it's good ground, if I feel like it's something that our company is aligned with, I have no problem. People don't have to beg me to do it. If it's something that we're aligned with, I make it happen. But for the first time, I went to other people and the door shut. And I was sitting there in my pity party, and I was really saying, Lord, I don't get this. I started to feel, I will tell you, like I said, I started to feel things rising up in me like, oh, they can forget me using their company again. I'm not doing this. I have been there for them and they're not here for me. So I was in this like low place. And God stepped to me and said, I want you to stay true to the mission, but the way that I'm doing this is not going to be the way you've seen other people get it. That what I want to do is that if I bring this through you, if I bring this through another way, you have to recognize that it's not in your mind, you wanted this to come through sponsors. But as long as I take care of the shortfall, as long as I take care of these ladies, as long as what you have had in your heart that you wanted to present to these ladies, as long as I take care of that, don't worry about where it comes from. Guys, I kid you not. After God dropped that in me and I said, Lord, I get it. I understand it. We got a call from our business. And I won't say what the amount was, but we got this contract that was like a six-figure contract that just came out of the blue. Six-figure contract. God said to me, stop worrying about other people sponsoring you. You be the sponsor. I'm going to bring it through your hands so no one gets the glory. No one that you have to stand up and say, oh, this was my major sponsor. This was my presenting sponsor. The only person that's going to get the credit for this soul sabbatical will be me. And I'm not saying in the future other people won't partner and come along with me, but I will tell you, God said, you want your premier sponsor. You want your major donor. It's not going to come through the ways that you think it's going to come. It's coming through me. Then, guys, the day that I got back from the soul sabbatical, we got back on a Tuesday, right? Wednesday morning, I went to the mailbox. I opened up the mail, and there was a refund check from the government. It was a refund check. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know that I was going to get it. It was for $25,000. Look, that was the shortfall. That was the exact amount of the shortfall. So God said this to me. Not only did I take care of the shortfall, but you know what? I gave you triple. I multiplied that shortfall. But he had to get me to understand this. Stop looking for things to come the way you expect them to come. In this season, guys, and this is what I want to say to you before I get off. God, for all those builders out there that's building, God is not going to open doors in the ways that you think he's going to do it. He's going to open uncommon doors in uncommon ways. And as long as you stay tied to your mission, what you've been called to do, stop worrying about how it happens. Stop worrying about it's got to come this way, or it's going to come from this way, or the people I think are going to support me, or it's going to come that way. Let me tell you, in this time of building, God is saying, I'm doing it a different way. I mean, this whole sabbatical was about resting. God is saying, you're going to rest and have more capacity. You're going to rest and make more decisions, better decisions. Where we used to think grinding and hustling and working day in and day out is going to be the method that I have to use. God is going to lay you on a couch, get you silent on your porch, get you silent under a tree, and is going to drop something on you that's going to set you 5-10 years ahead of time. So stop worrying about how he does it. Just stay true to what he's called you to. Stay true to being the builder in this season. Say, Lord, I don't care how you do it, as long as you do it. I don't care how it comes, as long as it comes. So guys, I kind of switched up my teaching today. Next week, I am going to talk about capacity and how capacity is so directly related to what God is going to build in your life. And you have to have the capacity before it comes. But I just want to encourage someone, share this with someone. I want to encourage you. Don't worry about how it comes. You ask God, you pray and say, Lord, this is what I need to happen, and be open to however He does it. And if He brings it through your hands, let Him bring it through your hands, because it doesn't matter. I didn't have the refund check before the sabbatical. I didn't have the six-figure contract before the sabbatical, but all I know is that He took care of it and more. And I will tell you, I know He's going to continue to do that. And in fact, I've changed my prayer life. Lord, do it in uncommon ways, through uncommon people, in uncommon circumstances. I don't want you to do it the way you're doing it for everyone else, because at the end of the day, the only one that gets the glory is you. So, guys, love you. See you next Thursday. But be encouraged. Don't get disappointed. Don't feel, don't get angry. Don't get bitter. Don't get sad. God has your back. Love you, and see you next week.